Namaste friends, welcome back to the Sarthi Technology. In the last video, we have installed Uvicorn server and FastAPI. And now in this video, we will create our first API. So creating API in FastAPI is very simple. Even you can just write 5 lines of code to create your first API. So let's start. So first thing we need to create a Python file. So here I will just create new file and here we will call it main. By the way, I am using VS Code editor, but in your case you can use any text editor. Next thing is we need to create one FastAPI object, and before that we need to import. So from FastAPI import FastAPI. Now create the object and we will call it app. The next thing is decorator. So decorator basically used for the path and the HTTP method. So don't worry, I will explain once again. So here at after that this object, that is app dot, and here the HTTP method that we are going to use. So here we will use get, and here we will define our route. So route will be root here, and for that we are using forward slash. So every time a request will be made from the client side, we will call a function, and that function we are going to write here. So define the function, and the function name we will put root, but in your case you can write anything. Okay, and here we will return something. So for example, hello world. So here you can see you can just write 5 lines of code to create your first API. Now before testing this, let's understand once again. So the first thing is you need to import this fast API, and after that you need to create one object of fast API, and in the next line you need to use decorator to define the route here and the HTTP method here. Okay, so this app object, after this @ dot HTTP method and then route. So forward slash means the root of your URL, and after this decorator we will define a function. So here in our case the function name is root, and this function will do some calculation logics and get data from the database, manipulate that, and after doing all the stuff it will just return a value, and this value will be the response of this API. So in our case we are just returning a simple string hello world. So now let's see how to run this, and for that you need to just open your terminal, and here first thing you need to just write the Uvicorn. After that the file name, that is mail but without extension, colon this object name. And after hitting the enter, you can just launch your server. But if we just write double hyphen reload, so after this double hyphen reload, if we change anything in this file, then the server will automatically reload. And for that we are just writing this double hyphen reload. So now press enter, and here you can see the Uvicorn running on this http 127.0.0.1:8000. Now open this URL. So here in VS Code you can just control and click, and here you can see hello world. Let me change some text, and you can see it is automatically reloading. Okay, and when you will just refresh this, you will see hello Sarthi. Now you might be wonder why this green text and this black or something blue background. So for this I am just using one Chrome extension, that is this JSON Viewer Pro. So if you use this extension, the output will modify like this. Otherwise you will see a simple output, and that I will show you. Just copy this URL and open another browser and paste here URL, and you will see this simple result. Okay, now one more thing I want to show you in this video, that is Swagger UI and ReDoc. So for Swagger UI, just after forward slash use docs and enter, and here you can see automatically created Swagger UI. And here our first API, that is root. Okay, and its type is HTTP type is get. And if you open this, you can just try from here also. So try it out and execute. And here you can see the request and its a response body and response header. Okay, response code and all other things. The next is redoc, and for that you just need to write redoc here. Okay, and here the root response is 200 successful. Okay, now before moving to the next video, let me show you some small information about these HTTP methods. So here we have used get, but you can also use post for the saving data in the database, delete for the deleting data from the database, and also there are some other methods, but generally we use these three and one more, that is put, to modify the values if it is not exist. So I think this is enough for this video. In the next video we will learn about path parameters. So thanks for watching this video. See you in the next. Till then, please like this video and subscribe the channel if you like my efforts. So thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Till then, bye.